For over 8 decades, a Chattanooga family had one single question: what happened to Sergeant Sanford Roy on the bombing mission in Nazi Germany back on April 8th, 1944. After learning the answer last year, they brought the remains of the American hero back home. News 12's Nick Hill spoke with the family, who say this moment is surreal.
It's been an adventure, I guess you'd say. You normally don't have 4 months to plan this.
Since the discovery of the remains of Sergeant Sanford Roy, his family has thought through how his return home should look like. Sergeant Roy was killed in a bombing mission near the town of Saaswedel, Germany, and due to the Cold War and property access issues, his remains were not found until last year. Getting him back to Chattanooga was a challenge, as the remains had to be flown into McGee Tyson Airport in Knoxville. The family was then given a police escort from there back home, where they saw all of East Tennessee taking a moment to honor a hero.
It was amazing coming back from Knoxville, all the people stopping on the side of the road. One man was out of his truck, at attention.
And every small town that we came through, every single town, we would pick up another law enforcement and they would follow us. The procession that we had to and from Knoxville will never, ever leave us.
The surviving family members were not alive to meet Sergeant Roy, as he lived between 1913 and 1944. However, their parents passed down many stories about him, how the hero was their favorite uncle.
My dad always talked about how Uncle Sanford would teach them how to go out and ride bikes or drive cars illegally, and he was just like he was never married, so they were his kids.
The public here in Chattanooga will have their chance to honor Sergeant Sanford Roy next week.
They're welcome to come to the visitation. It's on Monday from 4 to 8. Then the service is Tuesday at the National Cemetery. It's at 12:30.
They would have one message for Sergeant Roy if they could speak to him.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you're home. You're home. You're going to rest here for the rest of your being. Our beings, everyone. He's going to rest at home in Chattanooga, where he was born and raised.
In Chattanooga, Nick Hill, News 12.
Thank you so much, Nick, for that. The visitation will be at the Chattanooga Funeral Home on Highway 153 in Hickson. A procession to the National Cemetery will begin there on Tuesday. If you would like to participate in that procession, you are asked to be there by 11:30 that morning. And across the nation, demonstrators are voicing their opposition towards the current administration and the hands-off protest. In the Chattanooga area, streets were lined with hundreds of people rallying against the president. Gathered at the Riverfront Parkway, protesters united, opposing President Donald Trump and his administration's recent policies.
I think one of the biggest issues in my mind is the fact that we are basically becoming an isolationist country that is restricting people's rights, and the fact that we're arguing who does and does not deserve rights of anybody is a sign that none of us really have rights. So.
Participants held signs reading "Protect Social Security," "Boycott Tesla," "Zelensky is my hero," and more.
I'm most concerned about Social Security. I'm 76 years old. This is what I live on, besides a little bit of caregiving. And the threat that is taken away is very scary to me, because I would lose everything I have.
During the protest, we were able to speak with community members who do support President Trump's administration.
Well, I guess look at the taxes you're paying now under the old administration. What kind of taxes do you want to pay? I mean, if you're on the edge, look at the country you live in, or you can go live somewhere else. I mean, we got a choice. So I just say support the country, support the president.
One individual describes themselves as, quote, politically agnostic.
As a focus on everything that divides us is kind of a bad thing. So we should focus more on the things that unite us as people.
Overall, the protest stayed non-violent, and community members were able to share their thoughts and have conversations about what they feel needs to be changed.
Well, just about what the signs say over there, saying the country's getting out of hand, but they're waving the American flag, so they really don't know what they're doing either. So they need to support the president, support the country.
This is about what is right and what is wrong, and this is about all of
Reporting in Chattanooga, I'm Lillian Yee, News 12.